We are coming up, of course, on St. Jean-Baptiste, big holiday weekend here in Quebec. Unfortunately, and this is the case every year, we talk about this every year, it's also the deadliest time of the year to be on the roads because it's the busiest time of the year. Marco Harrison is CAA-Quebec's road safety expert. He's on the line right now. Marco, first of all, thanks for being here this afternoon. I will mention, and maybe you can elaborate on this, the SQ have already told us they're out in extra patrol, right?
Yeah, they are.
So the idea is that, if you're going to be out there, you better, first of all, you should be watching out obviously anyway, but there will be extra patrols. And can you tell us in terms of statistics and figures, what are we looking at here in terms of it being so deadly out there?
Well, last year, according to the SAA-Q road report, the 75-day period between St. Jean-Baptiste and the Labor Day weekend was, as it is historically, the deadliest period on our roads, with 116 out of the 392 deaths recorded last year. That's almost a third of the death toll.
Okay, and I understand that the vast majority of these crashes, these fatal crashes, are due to kind of human error or human factors. Can you tell us a little bit about that, please, Marco?
Yes, Natasha. 80% of fatal accidents occur because of at least one human factor or one bad decision or behavior related either to distraction, fatigue, speeding, and DUI.
Okay, and so the idea here being that this 1/3 of Quebec road deaths occurring within these 72 days. It's construction holiday, kids are out of school, people are leaving on summer vacations, whether it's construction holiday or not. So is it just a question, I mean, I know we're talking about the human factors and human error, Marco, but is it also that there are just simply a heck of a lot more cars on the roads during these 72 days?
Yeah, there's more cars and more kilometers traveled during that period, but you have to remember that you have 57% of Quebecers saying that they will be taking their vacation in Quebec. We have people from out of Quebec, so other provinces, U.S. citizens and European citizens coming to Quebec for vacation. So that's a lot of people not knowing where they're going. They don't know the roads in the regions they are. So they're looking for their way to the destinations they're going to, and they may go slower. You have a lot of people traveling with RVs or boats, and those people usually go slower. So you have to remember that you have to share the roads with all those people. And it is, I think, basically the first thing you have to remember, sharing the road, respecting and having a good behaviors towards all those people.
Well, so how much of that, though, if you factor it in, is about safe road design? A lot of people complain about the fact you're just saying that, people here unfamiliar with roads are driving on perhaps for the first time. Do we need to do a better job with road design?
Yes, we most certainly do have to have better road designs, especially when it comes to, like we say, vulnerable users like pedestrians, cyclists, motorcyclists, but especially pedestrian and cyclists. We have to have safer roads for them in order to reduce the death toll related to the pedestrians and cyclists.
Okay, Marco, I understand that our Minister of Transport, Geneviève Guilbeault, says that they will be announcing a road safety action plan soon. Have you heard about this? Would you have any idea what this might involve?
Well, we have requested a national strategy on road safety for quite a few months now, and I think it is the way to go because we have to have every kind of road users around a table asking themselves, what can we do to improve the death toll, the road report in Quebec? So if we do that and we have a national strategy that we can implement, I'm sure we will have a lower death toll in Quebec for the years to come.
Okay, again, Mark, I'm going to go through. So 80% of deadly crashes are due to human factors. So we talked about distraction, fatigue, speed. This is according to the Société de l'Assurance Automobile du Québec. You touched on some of the things that CAA-Quebec is urging us as drivers to do on the road. And so the main thing you talked about was sharing the road, right? And just being respectful. Can you walk us through some of the other ones that we should be keeping in mind if we are heading out this summer?
Well, one of the things you have to remember is the preventive driving precepts of visual exploration. There are 5 of them. So if you look up and away, it will improve your anticipation time. If you widen your field of view, well, for example, it might help you bearing with a child coming out quickly of a private yard. If you keep your eyes moving, you'll be avoiding the most dangerous thing while driving, which is staring. Then you have to make sure also that you are seen. And one of the things we don't do as much as we should in Quebec is use the turn signals. That's one of the ways that you make sure that you're seen and people know what you want to do. And last but not least, you have to have a plan to avoid in case something happens quickly in front of you. So this is simply a plan B if ever you cannot stop on time. So those 5 things, if you put them to use, they're the basics of preventive driving.
Okay, I like those, and I love that you seized upon the turn signal
Really?
thing.
Don't people use turn signals?
No, people do not use turn signals. That probably means you're not using yours.
All the time.
Do you? I do too.
It's like second nature.
But I always see people not using them and also
Yeah.
not using their lights. So I kind of want to seize upon this for a second, Marco. Do you think that's just a lack of awareness? Is it not being instilled in driver's ed classes? Like why are Quebecers so bad at using their turn signals?
Well, if they drive for a long time, they become kind of lazy, and they don't use them anymore. Mm-hmm. At first, when you start driving, you're using them all the time for most people, and as time goes, a lot of drivers in Quebec, I think they forget.
I think you're absolutely right.
I would like to ask a question that has nothing to do with this, Marco, but since we're talking about driving, and I've brought this up on the show before.
Are you going to talk about speeding?
No, I'm going to talk about the idea of making people who get their driver's license take a test every 10 years to prove they should still have a driver's license. Has anyone brought that up? What do you think of that idea?
Well, I would say instead of going to the test right away, why don't we go in between and ask people every 5 or 10 years to take a reminder course.
Like online?
Yeah, it could be online, it could be in person, but have a reminder course every 5 or 10 years so people remember things that they forgot along the way.
Yeah. That's not going to work for me. I want to see people behind the wheel 10 years later to prove they actually know or remember how to drive.
I want them to have to drive in winter conditions.
Yeah.
Because we all panic whenever, for whatever reason, it rains.
If you think about it, you get your license in the spring. It's like you've never had to drive in snow ever. And then all of a sudden you're a driver in the winter and we assume that you'll know what to do.
These are our suggestions.
That's right, Marco. They have nothing to do with anything. So, okay. Marco, thank you.
A quick fact for you.
Yeah.
A quick fact for you. Over 20 kilometers, if you go 110 instead of 90 kilometers per hour, how many minutes will you save?
Oh, I don't know.
If you go 90 instead of 110, so that's 20.
No, you go 110 instead of 90.
Oh,
how many minutes will you save over 20 kilometers?
Over 20 kilometers. 4 minutes.
No, it's a big 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
I was close.
And we know that reducing your speed even by 1 kilometer can save lives. They say like every kilometer counts.
Yeah. Absolutely. And one thing that you have to remember in summer also, and it is so important, it's time for road work. Please, please, please slow down and offer the most protection to those road workers and flagmen that are doing their best to improve our roadways. And I heard people this year testing about potholes and crevices and everything on our road system. So they're trying to improve that. Please protect them.
Glad you said that. That's so important. Yeah, those people are out there, and there's so many of them. Sometimes we just sort of take it for granted and just speed right through there. And obviously that's very dangerous and shouldn't be doing that.
Big fines.
Marco, thank you so much. Appreciate the time.
It was my pleasure.
Marco Harrison from CAA-Quebec. Yes, deadliest time of the year on the roads coming up to St. Jean-Baptiste weekend.